Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Tuesday, May 22nd, 2012. I'm Michael from CFRN. I am going to go over the trades that set up this morning in the live trading room, the trades we took, and the trades that we missed, for that matter. Okay, before we get started, I want to mention if you have never taken the CFRN trial, with the trial you get all the indicators that you see here. You get the charting platform that you see here. You get it all for 5 business days. You also get to sit in our live trading room. You get to see the weekly trading zones. You get to participate in pretty much everything that we have except access to the members area and the weekly partners meeting. Okay. That's all free, no credit card required. If you want to do that, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. All right. Again, that's www.cfrn.net/apply. Okay. Now that's out of the way. We have a partners meeting Thursday night. For those of you who are on the trial, partners meeting Thursday night. You will be getting an email from me today. If you didn't already get one from me, you will be getting one from me with the current offer that we have for CFRN trial folks. Okay, if you're interested, you'll see all the information there in the email. You can reply to it. In that email, guys, for all of you who are on the trial who wanted to see videos about the individual indicators, there are links there for individual videos for the indicators. Okay, so if you want to take a look at that stuff, you can. Okay, so make sure and check your spam and all that stuff. If you're on the trial and you don't get one of those from me by, say, tomorrow morning, send me an email and let me know. Okay, and I'll send one to you again. All right. That said, let's get into the markets here. We just had a huge move down in the last 10 minutes here. I don't know why. I don't have any news feeds open. I do know that the ES, if you were watching your ES charts, the ES caught that move down right up here at 1324. That's a pretty healthy move right there. 1324 right down to the zone at 13. That's not the zone right there. That's the zone. 1319. Right, so that's a 5-point move right there. That was just a swift move down. In the other markets, you could have caught the same move over here on the NQ. We had bearish divergence, down close right there. You could have gotten in a little earlier right there. It's pulling back again with a down close right over here. Okay, to continue the move. I'm not sure why it's moving down right now, but perhaps somebody else out there knows. Yeah, the 6E is tanking. I imagine a lot of things probably are right now. The 6E actually started tanking before everything else. This was in the live trading room, I had pointed this out right here on the 6E. Now, the European markets closed right about here, and the 6E kept going down. Okay. But I pointed this out in the live trading room right at the end, because we hadn't looked at the 6E in the room at all. But I wanted to cover a bunch of things because I know we had a bunch of new folks in there today. All right, so let's get this done. I'm going to scroll back here. The start of the day right here on the NQ. This is on the 6-tick range. Now, we traded most of the day on the 4-tick range, so I'm going to flip back to the 4-tick. Okay, so all the little arrows and all that stuff will make sense. Just give it a second. It'll populate here in a moment. And while we wait for that, there we go. All right, good. This was the first trade of the day here at 9:43. We had bullish divergence right here. When I say bullish divergence, I mean the green is separating from the cycle part of this, okay? We had the bullish divergence and a test to the BBC with an up close right there, and you can see that had a nice move up off of that. We had more divergence right here. Whenever I move my charts around, the arrows get mixed up. There was more divergence right there, but the cycle was red and headed down, so we weren't looking to take any trades right in there. In here, we had bearish divergence right in here. Okay, but the cycle was moving up, so we didn't do anything in there. Then we had a little more bullish divergence here with the cycle moving up. We had a little bit of bullish divergence. Yeesh, hold on a minute. This thing keeps moving around on me. All my arrows got moved around. We had bullish divergence right there. I tested the BBC with an up close right here for an opportunity to get long. I missed that one, but I did take this one. Okay. Again, we had bullish divergence here. I tested the BBC with an up close, and I did get that one. I got a few ticks profit out of that. The thing turned around over here. You can see there was just a little bit of divergence right there. It just snapped out right there a little bit. Came back up, tested the BBC, gave a down close for the move down. Again, more divergence in here. Tested the BBC with a down close for the move down. Over here, we pretty much lost our divergence over here, and everything flipped around. Okay, so if we look right here, we have bullish divergence. We were waiting for price. Well, price had pulled away over here, pulled down, tested it, and gave a close right there for the possible long opportunity right in there. Okay, this is on the NQ 4-tick range. So, Steven, I just want to see if you're in there. I got your email, and nope, you're not. Okay, different Steven. We have a bunch of Stevens in here, but not the one I was looking for. Anyway, there was an opportunity right in here, and another one right here with the bullish divergence. And I'll just keep sliding these arrows over. Another one right in here with the bullish divergence, and another one right in here with the bullish divergence. And we had one in here as well with bullish divergence, and let me move these over. I went long right here, and I stopped out for -4 ticks on that one. Okay. Let's see. Over here we had bearish divergence. Let me slide this over. We had bearish divergence right here, but the MA1 was above the BBC, so we weren't looking for any short trades in there. Again, we had bearish divergence in here. I believe at this point the ES was on top of the weekly trading zone, or the YM was, or something like that, so I wasn't looking for any trades right in there. Over here we had bullish divergence right here. Tested the BBC, gave an up close for the move up. Bearish divergence. Let me drag this one over here. Bearish divergence. The MA1 dropped down below the BBC. The BBC is the green line. The MA1 is the red and blue line up here. That dropped down below, and we had bearish divergence right there. Pull back up, tested the BBC with a down close. So right here would have been a place to look to get short. Right there would have been a place to look to get short. And right there would have been a place to look to get short. I missed all those. I did get long over here, though. You can see over here we started to get some bullish divergence. After that move down, price stabilized for a few minutes and then started to move back up. Right here was an opportunity to get long. Right here was an opportunity to get long. And right here, I actually did get long. And I think I took 8 ticks profit out of that one right there. Let's see, there were more opportunities in here. I got short over here and took some profit on that. Right here we had bearish divergence. This I don't like it when it goes too far outside the outside the BBC. This was 2 bars beyond the BBC, so I didn't short right here. But the stuff was there for the short setup. You had the bearish divergence and the down close, but with the MA1 below the BBC. There was more of it here, but the cycle was headed up, so I don't think I would have taken that one. I did take this one, and I got some profit on that. I did not take anything in here. I'm not sure why I have this highlighted. Oh, I know why. Because at this point, I think I was looking at the 6-tick range. So you may see some things that are highlighted in here that don't make sense because it was from a 6-tick range. But right here, there was bearish divergence with a down close after the test of the BBC, and it moved down. Over here, there was bullish divergence right there and right there. But this bullish divergence tested the BBC, gave an up close right there. Same thing right here, and that puts us where we are right now. Whew. That was the morning on the NQ. The NQ trades a lot. Okay, let me show you the ES this morning. Okay, this was my first trade right here. This morning we had some bearish divergence on the ES 10,000 contract. By the time it pulled back up to me, we were starting to develop new divergence. It entered me here, and it got held in by the MA1 All right, we had about a point profit in that trade. We only risked a point on it, so it stopped us out with 1 point. We did not go for this trade here on this pullback to the BBC because the weekly trading zone was right above us, so we let that one go. The weekly trading zone killed us yesterday too. Well, it didn't kill us. It just stopped us from taking a trade that was going to win. But it usually stops us from taking trades that are going to lose. So we appreciate the weekly trading zone. Right in here, Dwayne took a trade in the live trading room this morning. He got long here. He rounded the BBC up from 1323.83 to 1324, and he had an MIT order on. So when it ticked on 1324 right here, it entered him at market. So he was in at 1324 quarter, and he took his profit over here. All right. This is the one move that just happened during the break for the move down. It's pulling back up to the BBC right now, and we have some bearish divergence. So there may be an opportunity to actually get short in here. I'm not sure why it had gone down so strongly before. We can't actually get short right here because we have the weekly trading zone right below us. This level right here is not a weekly trading zone. This black line that you see right here, what that is where we pierce the envelope over here. You see it pierced the envelope on the DMT. D stands for direction, M is trend, M is momentum, and T is trend. Direction is shown by the color of the envelope, momentum is shown by the width of the envelope, and trend is shown by the trend strength line. What you want to see is a green line pierce the envelope from the bottom. If it's a blue envelope, you expect a 5 to 6 point move up. If it's a red envelope, you expect a 5 to 6 point move down. In here, we expected it to get up to 1326, and it got up to 1326 and a half. Just a few minutes ago, it pierced it on the way down, and it pierced it here at 1323, so we would anticipate 1318. Okay, and we got down to 1317.50. All right, do you see that on the DMT? Pierced here, went down 5 points. Pierced here, went up 5 points. You guys see all that, right? Okay. Now, you see we have some bearish divergence, but it's going right down into the weekly trading zone. I'm going to take this off so it doesn't confuse me anymore. I'm going to take this off because I really don't need it. I put it there for illustration purposes. Those were the couple of trades that were on the ES this morning. We didn't take any trades on the YM. Not to say that there weren't any, but we didn't take any. Okay? I got to find my YM DOM to actually go over the trades there, but you know what? For right now, I'm just going to skip it and I'll jump right to the 6E. Let me scroll way back here. I went over the 6E really quickly this morning. Starting at about 3 o'clock this morning, we had bullish divergence right here. Tested the BBC with an up close. Did it again right here. Bullish divergence. Tested it with an up close. It rolled over and it made this big move down. This was the only close touch area right there. If you got in there, it had bearish divergence and it moved down. If you didn't and you waited, then you got nothing. That's pretty much it. It chopped around in there for a couple hours, right over here. As we started to get to the closer to the U.S. markets opening up, we'll say. Right in here we had bullish divergence, tested the BBC with an up close, that moved up to there, and it did it again right here for a move up to there. When it came down here, by the time you got the up close, you were a couple bars below the BBC, not really looking to go long, and the cycle was going against you. So at this point, you're expecting the cycle to move down and divergence to switch to bearish, which it did do. All right, you see it went right down into the weekly trading zone right here. Now, with the bearish divergence, you had a down close right here. The cycle was going up, so it's not the most attractive trade in the world, especially going right into the weekly trading zone. So nothing really there. Right here, you had bullish divergence, but you had gone a couple bars below the BBC, so that's not the most attractive thing, even though it worked out. Over here, this was okay. You know, the cycle was going against you a little bit, but not much. You could have gotten, well, this is 127.71 up to 127.79. So 8 ticks, the equivalent of 2 ES points. All right, and then there was this big opportunity right here that went right down into the break. That was the 6E. Let us look at hang on. I know I have another one Russell. I didn't trade the Russell this morning. I went over it really quickly. There were some guys that were interested in crude, so I showed the crude quite a bit. I'm trying to find my crude chart right now. Hold on. Oh, I have my Russell out. There's the crude. Okay. I have Russell and crude, but I'll go over the Russell really quickly. Okay. What time is it? 12:25. All right, the Russell from the open. We had bullish divergence in here. It tested the BBC, gave an up close. Let me blow it up a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Right here we had bearish divergence. We tested the BBC with a down close. Again, right here, tested the BBC with a down close. The next opportunity was way over here. Now, there was this one right here too, but it didn't actually test the BBC. This one right here did. It gave an up close for the move up. It chopped around right in this area with bearish divergence and a down close. So this trade here would have lost, okay, after all that chop. Right in here, it gave bearish divergence with a down close for the move down. In here, same thing, bearish divergence with a down close for the move down. This is where I stopped marking it this morning. It had bullish divergence for a little tiny move up right there. And this is the same move down that we saw in the ES. We had bearish divergence with a down close right there, and it never pulled back until way over here, and we didn't have any divergence on that. And now we have bullish divergence, and it's going into a weekly trading zone. Okay? I know that was quick, but I'm recording this. So once I put it out onto the website, you guys can go and look at it for as long as you want. All right, I'm going to bring the crude out, and we'll look at the crude really quickly. The same move down here that you just saw in all those other markets happened in the crude. I marked the crude up a little bit this morning because some of the guys in the room wanted to see the crude. I apparently didn't mark it up from 9:30, but you can see it's all the same stuff. What I want everyone to take away from this is that we're doing the same setup, the same set of indicators, all the same stuff on all these markets. Okay, you're looking for the same divergences. It's tested the BBC with an up close, and there it goes. Over here, I don't know why I have these arrows on here right now. I don't remember why I have the arrows on there. But here we had bearish divergence, a test of the BBC with a down close. Over here we have bullish divergence with a test of the BBC and an up close. Over here we have bearish divergence, but the MA1 and the BBC are right on top of each other, so we didn't have anything, even though it worked. Right here we had bearish divergence with a down close. Here we had bearish divergence with a down close. Here we had no divergence with a down close. You can see the trend though. There was nothing in here. All this space right in here. Alright, here we finally had bearish divergence again with some more down closes. And that brings us to, all these arrows are all mixed up. When I move my charts around, the arrows don't stay in place, it seems like, when I change the size of my charts. Okay, but we had bearish divergence right here. Pull back up, tested the BBC with a down close. And that would have gotten you into this big move down right here. Crude is another one of those things that you might not want to have a target on, okay, because it can move really fast, really fast. This was 12:02 where the entry was, and down here was, now that was 8 minutes later, but which is significant to me. It might not be significant to a lot of people, but it went from 92.16 down to 91.68. That's 32.48. It's $480 contracted right there. Okay. Now it turned around down here. You can see everything turned around, and it started to give us bullish divergence right there with a test of the BBC and an up close. Actually, right here as well with a test of the BBC and an up close. So, you know, it's still divergent right here. It's got bullish divergence right here. So it's not looking like it's moving all that much now. But there you have it. I didn't do anything with gold today. I haven't even looked at gold today. So I'm not going to go over it right now with you. But that was our morning, okay, in the live trading room. Those are all the things we looked at. Now I'm going to stop the recording.